Hey guys, what's up? How are you? Hope that you guys are having an amazing one today. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Gerel, and in today's video we are finally going to go through my collection, and I am going to try to do as best as I can to declutter certain things. I know that there are certain things that I definitely want to let go of, but just to give you a little bit of a better understanding of this video right here and many to come as well, because I am going to go through my whole entire collection. I'm going to try to do my best based on what I feel comfortable, but please do not expect me to declutter like 50% of my collection, because it is not going to happen. If you like to see like a huge declutter, maybe this is not the video for you. But if you just want to see what I do have in my collection, you guys want to, check out the products that I do have, see a little bit of a declutter and what I am, okay with letting go, then please stay tuned. I'm also going to be gifting any products that I am going to be decluttering that are good and that are not expired, of course, to friends and family, just because I do feel okay with giving it to like my mom, my sisters, products that I have already opened and used. I am not going to give you guys, gift you guys any of my used products, because yeah, I don't think that would be nice. That is it. Let's go ahead and get into the video. But before we do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. You can also like and comment down below, because that definitely helps me out so much, and I am super excited to go through all of my collection and just reorganize it. Declutter if is definitely necessary, and yeah, I'm just happy to make some space for some new products that I know that are going to come out very, very soon. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to start with foundations, so I'm going to take everything out and put it on a table that I do have next to me, just so it will be a lot easier. So let me go ahead and do that. I am going to keep the new Charlotte Tilbury. This one I just purchased, and this is in the shade 7 Warm. I do have the older version, which is 7 Neutral. I already did my comparison, and you can go ahead and check it out. I am going to keep this one and declutter the 7N, which is the older formula. All right, this one from NARS, it's a really, really good foundation, but unfortunately it's already way expired. You can see that it is completely separated in this color, so I am going to toss it. This one's right here from Giorgio Armani. I absolutely love the 6.25 is my newer, a little bit closer to my skin tone shade. This one right here is 6.5, which is a little bit on the lighter side, even though it's a higher number. Anyways, I am going to keep both of them. This one right here from Cover FX is not my right shade. It is definitely not a brand that I am going to be covering here on my channel, and I don't even think that this brand exists anymore. I don't know what's going on with them, but I am going to declutter this one. This one is the MAC foundation, the OG. Doesn't have a pump, and I do really like it. I don't think the shade is actually perfect for me, but it's close enough. I can make it work. And this one right here, the dewier version, the Radiant, and I absolutely love this foundation. I do have mine in the shade N30, which is a little bit too deep for me, to be quite frank. I wish that it was a little bit lighter, but it is really, really hard for me to find my right shade in MAC. I don't know if it's the same for you, but yeah, anyways, I am going to keep both of them. Another foundation that I am keeping is this one right here, which is the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. Love this one. So I do want to keep this Patrick Ta foundation, just because it is a brand that I actually feature here on my channel. It is not my most favorite foundation, to be quite frank with you guys. It's just a little bit too textury for me, but I'm still going to keep it. And I do have mine in the shade 15. Another foundation, hands down, I am going to be keeping is this one right here from NATASHA DENONA. It's a pretty new foundation, and I do have mine in the shade YN9. I'm also going to be keeping my Pat McGrath foundation. It is a really, really amazing foundation, and I do have mine in the shade Light Medium 14. Another foundation that I do enjoy is this one right here from Polite Society. Now, I don't use a lot of products from Polite Society. I am going to keep it just because it is a newer brand for me, but if I do see myself that I'm not using it, I am going to pass it along. A newer foundation also in my collection is this one right here from Prada. I absolutely love it, so I am going to keep it. Of course, you know that I am going to be keeping this foundation here from House Labs. It's one of my favorite foundations, very similar to the one from NATASHA DENONA, but I think that I might like this one just a little bit more. I still need to compare them both, but I absolutely love this foundation. Another good foundation that I am going to be keeping is my Valentino foundation. This one is in the shade MA3. Okay, a 100% declutter is going to be be this foundation from Huda Beauty. It is separated. I don't use it at all, and it's just not one of my favorite foundations to go to anymore, so I am going to say goodbye to this foundation. Another foundation that I am going to say goodbye to, because this one has been in my collection for I don't know how many years, but is the Dose of Color. Dose of Color, I do feature it in my channel once in a while, especially if I am trying like new eyeshadows or something like that, but not a lot of products from Dose of Colors. Really not a brand that I focus on, so I am going to say goodbye to this one. So I do have a couple of these foundations right here from Dior. I'm going to say goodbye to this one right here because it's definitely an older one, and I think that it has been in my collection for a very long time. I am going to be keeping this one right here, which is a little bit better suited for me, which is in the shade 3W, and this one is the newer formula, which is also in the shade 3WO. I absolutely love this one right here. By the way, this one is in the shade 4W, way too dark for me, just doesn't work and is very old. I'm going to be keeping my light reflecting foundation from NARS, and this one right here is in the shade Stromboli. I absolutely love this foundation. Like, I need to rotate my foundations more and more and more. I have so many good foundations that I really need to just, you know, give it that love. So that is my objective for this year for sure. The Professional foundation from Benefit Cosmetics is so good. So good. I absolutely loved it, especially when I am looking for something a little bit more matte. It is super lightweight. I absolutely adore this foundation, so I am going to keep it. This one right here is my winter shade in the shade 13. 18 is my summer shade, so I am going to keep both. This is the newer foundation from Givenchy, and it is the Prisma Libre Glow Serum foundation, which I absolutely love. This one actually was in my drawer, that's why I brought it. And this one is more on the matte side, so I am going to keep both of them. This one right here I am going to declutter. I do have these Bobbi Brown foundations that they were kindly sent to me last year to try, which I did end up doing a whole entire video. Don't remember like really falling in love with this foundation or just being like an wow foundation, but I do remember liking this foundation, so I am going to keep them. They are fairly new. I am not going to keep this foundation. I'm actually going to declutter it just because I do have the newer foundations right here with me. This one's a little bit more on the mattifying side, and this one, well, actually more on the natural side, and this one is a little bit more on the dewy side, so I am going to keep these two right here. We do have a couple of the Estee Lauder foundations. Let's go ahead and start with this one right here. I do want to give this Skin Tint Serum a little bit more of a chance, just because, I don't know, I didn't really like it the first time that I tried it or the second time, but for some reason I still want to try it. Maybe the way that I was prepping my skin, I don't know, but I am going to keep this one right here. And I do have two of the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundations. Of course, this one right here, it's a little bit more my shade, which is 2W1. Really nice, beautiful, long-lasting foundation. This one right here, which is the shade in 3W2, is a little bit more on the deeper side. I don't know what I want to do with this foundation because I really don't reach for Estee Lauder foundations that much. I think I'm actually going to give this one right here to my sister. Maybe she actually can make it work for her skin because she's more on the drier side. I'm more on the oily combo skin, so I am going to see if she wants this foundation. And I'm going to keep this one right here, the Double Wear foundation. I do have this Bare Mineral foundation, not my shade, and I don't remember really loving it, but it's definitely not my shade, so I am going to declutter it. All right, so I do have a couple of Makeup by Mario foundations. As you can see, this one is the more dewy, glowy formula, and I am going to give this one right here to my sister. I'm sure that she can make it work. It's a little bit more on the lighter side, and it's in the shade N6. This one right here I am going to keep just for references, but to be quite frank with you guys, this one is not my favorite out of the two. I absolutely adore the more natural finish foundation, which is this one right here, and it's also such a great shade for me, which is in the shade 12O. So I am going to keep this one, and this one right here is in the shade of 14O. I am going to let go of this foundation right here from Kosas. I am sure that it's expired. Kosas products really expire super fast, so I am going to be decluttering this one right here. So I'm also going to let go of the Rose Ink foundation just because it is not a brand that I feature here on my channel. I did wanted to try the brand, but I don't know what is happening with the brand anymore, and I don't even know if they still exist. So I am going to let go of this foundation. I'm going to keep the Fenty Beauty Soft Lid foundation in the shade 295. Love this foundation. Another foundation that I am going to be keeping is this one right here from Gucci, not because it's a good foundation. It's really, really matte. A little too matte for my liking. I'm going to try to see if I can actually combine it with other foundations just so I can use it. But this foundation, it is very matte and it dries down super, super quick. And I'm just keeping it because it's Gucci and I did purchase it myself. So I'm going to try to make it work. Another foundation that I do hear so much good things about is this one right here from Beauty Blender. I need to give it another go because I don't think that it worked the best for my skin type. I am, 45 years old, more mature skin, a little bit more on the oily combination side. So I don't know if this foundation is the best for me, but I am going to put it in my everyday drawer so I can try it, so I can see if it's worth keeping or just letting it go. So I do have this Say foundation. I am going to keep it because Say is definitely a brand that still intrigues me, and I know that this foundation is like super dewy, like over the top, so I can maybe mix it with that Gucci foundation that I was telling you guys about, and I'm going to see how it works. If it doesn't work for me, I just don't see a purpose of having it in my collection, I am going to just give it away. It is going to stay for now. Another foundation that is staying with me is this one from Glossier. I love this one. I don't have much from Glossier. I just purchased a blush and the foundation. That is all that I have from Glossier, so I know that it's more on the natural side, not really my style, but sometimes my style. So I am going to be keeping this one from Glossier. I do have two foundations from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I am going to say goodbye to this one right here because I don't really see myself using this foundation like ever. So I am going to let go of it. This is the Luminous foundation. This one is the newer foundation. Again, not a favorite foundation, but because it's a newer foundation and Anastasia Beverly Hills is definitely a brand that I do feature here on my channel, I am going to keep it. So I do have these Lancome foundations. They are not my perfect shade, any of them. So we do have the glowy version of it in two shades from the matte, and again, they're not really my shade. They do smell a little bit questionable, and I'm really sad, but I'm going to have to let them go. I do have this Guerlain foundation that I love so much, so I am going to keep it. I'm also going to be keeping my YSL All Hours foundation. This one is the About Face foundation, and I'm going to be keeping this one right here, which is a little bit more my shade. So I am going to pass this one along. I am going to be keeping the Smashbox Always On foundation. It's super long lasting, so I do really like it. I haven't used this one in a little while. This one is the LYS foundation, and I am going to keep it. I'm going to try it, see if it's okay for my skin because it has been in my collection for a very long time, but it is an absolutely beautiful foundation. I also like the stick foundation, but we will talk about that one in a little while. I'm also going to be keeping this One Size foundation, and not my perfect shade, but it is new to my collection, and I am going to keep this one. I'm also going to be keeping my Laura Mercier foundation. I absolutely love this one so much. This one right here has been in my collection for a very long time. I think it's already separated, so I am going to have to let go of it. I love this foundation so much as well, but I reach for this one a little bit more than this one. I'm also going to be keeping my #1 Chanel foundation. What an amazing foundation. I love this one so much. I do have to keep it in my everyday drawer so I can use it because I don't want it to go bad before it's actually done. So I do have this NARS foundation as well in the shade Barcelona. It's a little bit too deep for me, but I can definitely make it work. Love this foundation as well. This one is the Natural Radiant Long Wear foundation. Really good one. I do have a couple of Dior foundations. Some of them are a little bit older. I think this ones right here are the ones that are a little bit on the older side, but I am going to keep them in my collection. Don't ask me why. I'm just going to keep them, okay? I might not use them. I'm just going to keep them. And of course, I am going to keep this ones as well, which are the newer foundations. So yeah, these ones are all stay. So I went ahead and gathered my stick foundations as well as tinted moisturizer or just foundations that are in these type of packagings, right? Let's go ahead and see if we can finish it before I have to take my daughter to volleyball. So let's go ahead and start with Laura Mercier. This one right here is the tinted moisturizer, oil free. Now this is the older version. I really do like it. It's like perfect for every single day. I'm also going to keep this one right here from Laura Mercier, and this one is the tinted moisturizer in Natural Skin Illuminator, so it has a little bit more luminosity versus the other one. So I am going to keep this one, and usually I wear the shade in 3W1 in all of the Laura Mercier foundations or skin tint. I'm also going to continue on trying this one right here from Vanessa Myers. I actually have been wanting to take this one out just because my skin, it is definitely changing as I am aging, so I think that I can pull this off now. This is the Yummy Skin from Vanessa Myers, the Serum Skin Tint, and I end up getting the shade A9, which is a really nice shade for me as well, so I am going to keep that. I'm also going to keep this one right here from Hourglass, and I do have another one, but this one right here, it's a really nice, beautiful coverage. I do like the other one that I'm going to show you a little bit more than this one. This one is in the shade 10. It's a little bit off when it comes to the shade, just a little bit. It's a little bit more neutral for my skin tone, but I do really like it, so I am going to keep it. So this one right here from MERCIER I have been using non-stop, which is absolutely beautiful, and it's in the shade of 14. It is a newer to my collection. It pairs well with so many of my makeup that I have actually tested with, and it is absolutely beautiful, so I am going to keep this one. Same thing with this one from Armani Beauty. This one is the skin tint as well, and this one is in the shade M3, and I absolutely love it. It is so beautiful and glowy. It does give me a little bit more coverage than the mirrored one, so I do really like it. The longevity on it, it's really nice as well, like perfect 8 hours for sure. So I am going to continue using this one. So I found this one right here from Mercier, and this one is the Skin Perfector, and this one is the Skin Illuminator. So I'm actually going to declutter this one right here, and I'm going to keep the Perfector one. I love this one right here from Urban Decay, so I am going to keep it. This one is a little bit more on the hydrated side. It is more of a like tinted moisturizer with a little bit of glow, which I really do like, and I do have mine in the shade 50. I completely forgot about this one, so I'm so happy that I'm doing this because it is reminding me that I need to bring this one out. This one right here from Mill Makeup I do like, and I do have it in the shade 7, which the shade is absolutely perfect. I do really like the coverage as well. It is going to give you a little bit more than just a light coverage. I do really like it for those super easy kind of on the go days that it's not going to take me too long to go to the store and maybe just run some errands. So I am going to keep this one. This brand, we don't even have it anymore. Unfortunately, they actually closed down, so I am going to declutter this one. This one was from, was it Bite Beauty? Of course, I am going to keep it. This is the Le Beige Chanel foundation. So beautiful, love it. By the way, I am going to be doing another declutter for my drugstore, like separate from my high-end. This is my high-end luxury makeup, so just, you know, stay tuned for that. I see that there is a little bit of separation, discoloration on this foundation from Fenty Beauty. I haven't used this one in a very long time. Don't want to wear anything that is like this, so I am going to let it go and just wait for a sale, and maybe I will pick it up again. So I don't know if we have this one from Charlotte Tilbury still, the Light Wonder, but I do have mine in the shade 6. It's going to be a little too light for me, but I am going to keep it. I'm going to try it because I did smell it. It smells fine, but I'm going to see how it actually looks on the skin. Hopefully it doesn't break me out. I am going to keep this one right here from Urban Decay. I do have mine in the shade 19. I don't know why I thought that I had a different shade, but anyways, this foundation is amazing. It is a little bit too deep. The shade 19 is a little bit too deep for me, but I can definitely make it work, and I absolutely love this foundation. It is super long lasting, and I love the packaging, super cute. This one is from Dolce & Gabbana, the Hydra Glow and Tint, and I know that this one right here is a little bit too deep for me, but I always make it work, and the skin looks so beautiful. Love this one right here from Dolce & Gabbana. So I am definitely going to be keeping my Dior foundation stick. This is in the shade 3N, and it is absolutely beautiful. Love it so much. I have been using it nonstop. It is my #1 use foundation for this year, just because I took it with me to Italy. I mean, it is absolutely perfect. It is so good. I'm also going to be keeping this one right here from LYS in the shade TG1. It is so good as well. Very similar to the Dior one. The Dior one does give you a little bit more coverage. It's a little bit more mattifying. This one right here, it's a little bit more on the glowy side, but it's absolutely beautiful. Very creamy, blendable, so nice. Unfortunately, I'm also going to be letting go of this one right here, which is the Beautiful Skin from Charlotte Tilbury. You can see that it's just separating. It's just not good. It changed colors. Which is like, yeah, so sad, but yeah, gotta let this one go. This one right here is the Hourglass Luminous Glow Foundation. This foundation, I think that only Ulta carries it, and let me tell you, it is the most beautiful foundation. Absolutely gorgeous. I do have mine in the shade 15, and it is absolutely beautiful. Very nice, glowy, but not super greasy glowy like that. It is just really nice, like hydrating. It just makes you look so youthful. I love this one so much, so definitely a keep. I am going to be keeping these two right here, which are the It Cosmetics CC Cream. I do have mine in the shade medium and medium tan. I'm also going to be keeping this one from Too Faced. I did a whole entire review on it. I absolutely love it. The Born This Way Soft Matte Foundation. It's really nice, beautiful. It's not drying, gives you more of a natural finish with leaning a little bit matte for sure. Really love this foundation because the longevity is absolutely insane, which I love. Tell me why I don't remember this tinted moisturizer at all from NARS. So this one is the Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. I actually want to try it because now I'm curious. This one is in the shade Mykonos. It looks like it is definitely going to work for me. It is a tinted moisturizer, so I'm very curious to compare it to the tinted moisturizers that I have been using. I'm also going to check if they still have it, and if they don't, then I will declutter it, but if they do have it, I am going to keep it. it and I want to test it out for sure. So okay, for now it's a keep. So this one is from Makeup Forever Skin Tint, and I love this so much. It's the Super Boost Skin Tint. I think it's in the shade 5, but I will check it, and I love this one so much. I have been reaching for it a lot during the summer months, and whenever I just want something light but it gives me a little bit of coverage, this one has been one of the ones that I've been reaching for. Really love this one for sure. Love the packaging. It's a squeezy too, really nice, and I am going to keep it. This one is the Milk Makeup Foundation. As you can see, it's still in the box and it's in the shade 6, so I am going to be giving it away. Okay, my son is sleeping. This is taking me a whole day and we're just doing foundations. Okay, so I just realized that we do not have this ones right here from Huda Beauty anymore, so I'm going to declutter this one, as well as this brand, or this part of Huda Beauty, which is the Glowish, also does not exist anymore, so I'm going to declutter that. I am going to keep my Westman Atelier foundation stick, and this one is in the shade 4. I don't use this one as much, but I do really like it. This one is from Sigma. This is the Skin Perfecting Hydrating Tint. It's really nice and beautiful, super easy for like every day. All right, so I do have this foundation stick from Tom Ford. I know that they don't have this one anymore, but this one is in the shade 6 Natural. I know it's also a little too light for me, but I want to keep it. I don't want to let go of it yet. Definitely keeping my Basma foundation stick. I really do like this brand. I love their packaging. I think it's really nice and unique. It really stands out. I do have it in the shade 27, and it's not a perfect match. I know that I could have done a little bit better, but it is good enough, so I am going to keep it. I'm also going to be keeping the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin, and I do have mine in the shade Y415. I'm also going to be keeping my Huda Beauty Easy Blur foundation. I'm also going to be keeping the Fenty Beauty Easy Drops. This one is a skin tint. I really do like it. I'm also going to be keeping this one right here from Fenty Beauty as well. It wasn't my favorite, but it actually worked out just fine. I'm also going to be keeping this one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And by the way, I do have this foundation in the shade 11. It's a really nice shade for me. Look at this foundation. Oh my goodness, yeah. Letting go of this foundation. This is the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue foundation. I'm also going to let go of my Patrick Ta foundation, even though I absolutely love it so much, the powder and everything. I love this one. It's just not good. It actually has a weird smell, so I am not going to be putting this foundation on my skin. I did get a good shade. This one is in the shade light medium, and I'm just gonna let go of it and say goodbye. All right, so I do have 3 of the Merit foundations, but this ones right here are the older packaging, and it's in the shade Biscuit and Caramel, and both of them are just not my shades. I am going to keep this one right here, which is my right shade, in the shade Suede. It's really nice. Beautiful. This one is Biscuit. You can see that it's a lot lighter, and this one right here is Caramel, which is a little bit too much of a tan foundation. I'm going to keep the shade in Suede. All right guys, so here we have all of the foundations that I am saying goodbye to. We end up decluttering 31 foundations. Okay, this ones right here are sneaking up on me, which are my Hourglass foundation sticks. I'm going to keep for sure, and this one right here from Bobbi Brown as well. Now we have to clean. All right guys, so I went ahead and put all of my foundations right here. The glowy foundations are more towards the front, and the matte foundations or natural finish are more towards the back. And I do have a method of understanding, especially if I have like both foundations from the same brand, they do have the same cap. I am going to put the glowier one in front of it, and then the matte is going to be behind it. Same thing with Givenchy. Anyways, I have a method to this madness. So now I'm going to put my foundation sticks right here, as well as my tinted moisturizer. Let's see what we can do. Here we have the skin tints. Here we have foundations or skin tints that are in the squeezy tube, and here we have all of my foundation sticks. This is all of the concealers. It's a lot. I didn't realize it was this much, but this is my everyday drawer, so I'm going to go through this ones right here. I'm sure that I'm not going to declutter anything from here. I wish that the video was like this, but I don't have a tripod that actually does this, so I'm so upset. But anyways, let's just go through it. I do have the Born This Way multi-use self-sculpting concealer. This one right here is in the shade Golden. It is from Too Faced. I do need to buy a lighter shade just because the golden beige actually works for me the best during summer months, so I am going to keep this one. This one is my everyday drawer, so I do have the Natasha Denona concealer, keeping Tower 28, one of my favorite ones. Danessa Myris in the shade 7. It is also a good one. This one right here from MAC, it is absolutely stunning. I love it so much. Another NATASHA DENONA concealer, different shade. I am going to keep all of my NATASHA DENONA concealers. This one right here is the Estee Lauder concealer, which I do really like, and it's a little bit more on the mattifying side. I really do enjoy it. My Gucci concealer is one of my favorites as well. Keeping the Stay concealer in the shade 8. It's really, really nice. I do like it for every day. It gives you a really nice, beautiful medium coverage. This one right here from Fenty is one of my go-tos. I love my Laura Mercier concealer. It is so good. So the NARS Radiant Concealer has never been a true favorite of mine, but I did want to put it here for my everyday drawer. I still kind of skipping through it, so I am going to leave it here. I do have another Tower 28 concealer. This one right here is the Dolce & Gabbana concealer. I absolutely love so much. This one I also put here in my everyday drawer so I can use it a little bit more, and I just keep forgetting about this one right here, so I need to use it a little bit more. I did end up using the Coffee concealer in one of my videos not too long ago. It's okay, but I am going to keep it. And this one is the Westman Atelier concealer, and I do need to buy another Westman Atelier concealer as well as a foundation, just because I do have them in a little bit of a lighter shade. This one from Sigma, which is a color correcting, it is amazing. I love it so much. It is super creamy. It does not cake up. It is just so perfect. And I do have mine in the shade medium to dark. I do have these Fenty Beauty Bright Fix, and they are so good. I forget to use them, but they are absolutely beautiful. Very lightweight. So I don't know if they are discontinuing them. I don't know what's happening, but I am going to keep them for just a little while longer. It's definitely going to be a little pile that I'm going to let go a lot of. This one right here is from Huda Beauty. It has been in my collection for so long, completely forgot that I had it, and I don't use it anymore, and they don't even sell it, so I am going to declutter. This one right here, which is also from Huda Beauty, they do have it. I am going to keep it just for a little while, but I do need to get a different shade because the two shades that I do have do not work for me because they are a little bit too light, but I am going to keep it because I don't have any other concealer from Huda Beauty. This one right here is a little mini Hourglass concealer, which is absolutely beautiful, and this one is in the shade Sepia, and I purchased the full size concealer, but I am going to keep it just in case I do need it for traveling. I am going to let go of this concealer right here from Jouer. Jouer is not a brand that I actually feature here on my channel at all, so I'm going to say goodbye to this concealer. It was absolutely beautiful, like super full coverage, really nice, amazing concealer, but it is definitely old. I can see that it's a little bit of a discoloration right here, and again, it has been in my collection for a very long time. This one right here from Say, unfortunately, it is a super watery, like super light coverage, not for me, and it is definitely not my shade, so I am going to say goodbye to this Say concealer. So I do have this Dior Skin concealer, and it's in the shade 3N. I completely forgot that I had this concealer. Is it the old formula? I don't know, but I am going to keep it. I absolutely despise this concealer from Charlotte Tilbury. The formula, the packaging, it is not good whatsoever. I am so done with this concealer, so I am going to finally say goodbye to it. I do have two other shades from Laura Mercier. They are a little bit more on the darker side and the lighter side. They are not going to work for me. There's no reason for me to keep these concealers right here, even though I absolutely love this formula. I'm already keeping the one that is in my everyday drawer, so I am going to let go of these ones. So another product that it is from the Glow Wish line from Huda Beauty does not exist anymore, so I am going to let go of it. This one right here is the Naked Skin concealer. Oh my goodness, can you see how it's so old? Bye. This one right here is also so good, but it is a very old concealer. I haven't used this one, haven't touched it in a very long time from MAC, but I remember absolutely loving it, so I might actually have to pick up a different shade because I remember really loving this concealer, but not for now. I am going to say bye. This one right here is my Shape Tape concealer, and I am pretty sure that it is in the shade 10, not my shade anymore, so I am going to say goodbye to it. I did use it. I can actually tell that there's not a lot of product in there, so I'm going to say goodbye to that one. And of course, this one right here is a different shade from the Glow Wish line, so I'm going to say goodbye. And this one right here is from Bare Minerals, and it is not a good concealer at all, so I am going to also say goodbye to it. All right, so here are the concealers that I was telling you guys about from Huda Beauty, and I do have them swatched right here. You can see that they are just way too light for me. They don't work for me, and I do have them here for absolutely no reason because I cannot reach for them because they are just too light, so I am going to let go of them. I do like my concealers to be a little bit lighter, like maybe a shade, but closer to my skin tone for sure, and these ones are just not going to work. So I did swatch this Milk Makeup concealers, and I do have them right here. This one is 16O, which I absolutely love the undertone for that one so much. We do have 14 neutral and 10 W, and this one's right here really close to one another. To be quite frank with you guys, they do have a little bit of a peachy undertone, which I do really like, especially for my under eyes, because it color corrects them as well as it conceals them. And this concealer is so good from Milk Makeup, and I absolutely love it. So I am going to keep the 14 and 10, but I am going to let go of the 16. All right, so we do have the Tinted Ultra Wear concealer, and I really do like this one, so I am going to keep it. Completely forgot that I did have this Pat McGrath Skin Fetish concealer, and I do have mine in the shade LN9. I am going to keep it in this box because I will definitely use it. I'm so happy that I have that one. All right, so this is another NARS concealer in the same shade. I can tell that this right here is a little sticky, so it is definitely old, and I am going to toss it. I am going to keep the one that I showed you guys earlier, which is in my everyday drawer. So we do have this Makeup Forever HD, and it's already like separated. You can see right here the discoloration that is happening, so I am going to toss it. Plus, we do not have this concealer anymore, so why am I keeping it for? I don't know. We don't have these ones anymore. These ones are the MAC Prep and Prime, and I remember purchasing them. I only use them maybe a few times. They do not smell bad, and I am telling you this because I don't want to let them go, so I'm not gonna let them go. I do have the Dior Backstage concealer, which I'm also going to keep. It wasn't my favorite concealer, but I am going to keep it because Dior is definitely one of the brands that I do feature here on my channel. I'm also going to keep this one right here, which is absolutely beautiful. You can wear it as foundation, as concealer. It is the All Over Face Pen Crayon Corrector. It is absolutely beautiful. Like, the finish of it is so good. I need to remember like bringing this one out because it is so good. So I do have another little concealer, actually not my right shade. The sepia one is a little bit too light. This one right here, which is in the shade Beach, it's my perfect shade, so I am going to keep both of them just to brighten things up. So I do have this concealer from Mercier, and I remember really liking it. They don't have this one anymore, and I reached for the other one, so I am going to let go of it. We have another concealer from NATASHA DENONA. I can't let go of it. I have to keep it. I do have the House Labs concealer. It actually used to live in my daughter's room at one point, but I do have it back again, so I am really happy to have it back in my collection. It is in the shade, I think, 23, and it is a good one. I am going to keep it. Here is the newer concealer from Makeup Forever, and I am going to keep this one as well because it is absolutely beautiful. I do have this concealer from Charlotte Tilbury, and this one is the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. I am going to keep it. It is in the shade 6. I wish that I actually gotten 7, but it still works out for me. I do really like this concealer from Dominique Cosmetics, so I am going to keep it. I'm also going to keep my concealer from Bobbi Brown as well as the corrector. This one is the Tarte Shape Tape concealer in the shade Medium, and I am going to keep it. I'm pretty sure it's an older one, but not too old, so I am going to keep it. I also have the LYS concealer, which is the Triple Fix concealer, and I really do like it, but I like the foundation more than the concealer, but I am going to keep it. This one is the Benefit Cosmetics Boiling Concealer. Yeah, not my favorite. It's really drying and very thick and not my right shade, so I am going to let go of it. So I do have this Rare Beauty. It is a brightening, like the brightening fix, just like the Fenty Beauty one. I love this one so much. It's super thin, so I am going to keep it. I do have this little palette from MAC Cosmetics that has been in my collection for a very long time. I don't use it. I don't use it on anybody else, but I do really like to have it, so I'm not ready to let go of it, so I am going to keep it. I do really like this Urban Decay concealer. It's so good, the Naked Quickie concealer, and I do have mine in the shade 50W. It is so good. And I do have the Radiant Shape Tape. I have not tried this one that much. I don't remember if I really do like it or if I do see a difference. I know that it was a little bit of a less coverage comparing it to the original Shape Tape, but I do need to get myself a little bit more familiar with this one right here, so I am going to keep it. I'm also going to keep this one right here from Smashbox. So this one right here from Rose Inc, I am also going to let go. I'm going to be keeping this concealer from Givenchy. This is the Prisma Libre line, so I am going to keep it, but I am going to let go of this concealer right here, also from Givenchy. I don't even know what line it was. It has been a very long time that has been in my collection, so it is time to say goodbye to it. I'm also going to be keeping this one right here, which is the Makeup by Maria concealer. Love this one. Here's the swatch for the Makeup by Maria concealer. So here we have a swatch for the Kosas concealer, but it smells, yeah, it smells so weird, so I'm not going to be wearing this one right here. I do have this one right here from Marc Jacobs. What happened to Marc Jacobs? I have no idea. This one was like a concealer foundation kind of thing. I'm going to let go of it. This one right here is the Valentina concealer. Can you tell that it's not my shade? It is very thin, not a lot of coverage, but I have to keep it because I have the foundation. And yeah, not my favorite concealer for sure. The shade is off. They do not have a lot of shades in the range as well, so the other one is a little bit too dark for me. Just not ready to let go of that one. I'm definitely going to be keeping and repurchasing a new one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is one of my favorite concealers and it's in the shade 10. This one is the 24-Hour MAC Studio Fix concealer from MAC. I am going to keep it. Yeah, I'm just going to part ways with this one's right here since I do have the new one in the package and I remember swatching it before I purchased it, so I knew that it was going to be the right shade for me, so I'm going to let go of these two from Pat McGrath. So we do have this color correcting in C3, if I am not mistaken, from NATASHA DENONA. Amazing color correcting. It is absolutely stunning. And I do also have this NARS concealer, the pot, of course, classic, and I do have this also color correcting from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm also going to keep it. So I do have this one right here, which is an absolutely beautiful concealer pen. I love this one from Laura Mercier so much. It is one of my favorite, super easy kind of makeup days just to conceal under my eyes. It is not cakey, it is super beautiful, so I am going to keep it. Let me go ahead and clean up, and I'm going to show you and tell you how many concealers we declutter. All right guys, so we have 25 concealers that I am going to let go of to say goodbye, declutter. All right guys, so this one is the one that is going to go in my everyday drawer, and this one is the one that is going to go in my drawer, and then the ones that are on the table are the ones that are going. I'm so happy with this declutter, but it is super late. It is 10:30 at night. It has been a very long day. Right, so here we have what we've done. Here we have the foundations, nice and organized. We have some skin tint, the foundation sticks, and also the squeezy tube foundations. And here we have the concealer. We are already making space, like that is progress. We still have some space on the back, and the next video is going to be my setting sprays as well as powders. I mean, look at these powders. Oh my goodness, it is absolutely crazy. And the primers. Did I say primers? But anyways, that's it. Thank you so much for being here. Stay tuned for more declutter, and then of course we're going to target my other drawers, and these ones are going to be so hard, especially my eyeshadow drawer. Oh my goodness, that's going to be so difficult, but we can do it. Anyways, stay tuned. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your love, your time, and support. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.